Hello, grade 2. So today we read a short poem in the Your Turn book, okay? And remember, this week we've been reading free verse poems. Okay, free verse poems are poems written by poets to express how they feel. And most of the poems or all the poems that we read this week is about nature and what excites each poet about nature. Okay, so we've read free verse poems about snow, rain, fall, and also the sky, right? So today we'll be reading another free verse poem and we'll be answering questions about them. Okay, so the first, skate. The temperature has been below freezing for days. The pond is frozen now. The ice is as smooth as glass. I can ice skate outdoors. For the first time this winter, I put on my skates and lace them up tight. Then I step onto the ice and push off. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. I glide over the ice like a bird. I spin in a circle and start over again. Okay, so here on the first page, it says that the temperature has been below freezing for days. That means the temperature is very low. That means the temperature is so cold. The pond is frozen now. So it's so cold that the water in the pond is frozen. It has changed into ice. And here it says the ice is as smooth as glass. Okay, as you guys know, that this is a simile. Okay, a simile, in a free verse poem, sometimes the poet uses a simile. Why? He or she uses a simile to compare between two different things. What is the poet comparing the ice to? The poet is comparing the ice to glass, and the poet is saying that the ice is as smooth as glass. So the poet is comparing the ice to glass, and it means that they are both smooth. I can ice skate outdoors. Okay, so the poet can go out and ice skate outside. For the first time this winter, I put on my skates and lace them up tight. So the person is going out for the first time in winter so she can skate on the ice on the pond. Then I step into the ice and push off. She's describing that she put on her skates and she tied them really tight, and she steps into the ice and starts to skate. Right foot, she's moving her right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, and she glides over the ice like a bird. Okay, she's gliding. That means she's sliding on the ice like a bird. She's comparing herself to a bird, that she is gliding or sliding on the ice like a bird. I spin in a circle and start all over again. Okay. Second part here. I look up overhead, the sky curves like a blue bowl. I look down. Below the ice, frozen bubbles look like crystal beads. As I skate, the cool breeze feels like cold fingers on my face. My cheek turned as red as apples. I'm warm inside though. It feels like a fire glowing. As I skate round and round the pond, I keep telling myself one more time, until at last it is the last time I step off the ice. Land bounce once again. Okay, so here the poet is skating. She says that she looks up above her. Over her head, she sees the sky curve like a blue bowl. Okay, so when she looks up to the sky, she sees that the sky makes like a curve. Okay, a curve means like to be round, and she's describing the sky to a blue bowl. Okay, a bowl is like a dish, is like a U-shaped dish. Okay, so she's saying the sky curves like a blue bowl. She's comparing the sky to a blue bowl. Okay, and that they are both curved. I look down below. So this is when she looks up. Now she looks down. Below the ice, frozen bubble look like crystal beads. So when she looks down, she sees that under the ice, that the bubbles have, the frozen bubbles look like crystal beads. Okay, so now she's describing the frozen bubbles. The water bubbles have frozen, and then they look like crystal beads. Okay, beads are like round round things that we use to make necklaces and bracelets. So she is describing the frozen bubbles to beads. Okay, and then they both look like hard beads. Okay, as I skate, the cool breeze feels like cold fingers on my face. So while she's skating, she's starting to feel the cold wind like cold fingers on her face. She feels, now she's comparing the cold breeze or the cold wind like cold fingers on her face. She's comparing the breeze to cold fingers. You know, when your hands are cold and you touch your face, she's saying that the wind is cool, and like when cold fingers touch her face. And her cheeks are turning as red as apples. She's comparing her cheeks to red apples. Okay? I'm warm inside, though it feels like a fire glowing. She said, although it's so cold outside and she feels the cool breeze, inside her body she feels warm and like a fire glowing. As I skate round and round the pond, I keep telling myself one more time. So she's skating around the pond and she doesn't want to stop. She keeps saying, okay, one more time, until at last it is the last time and I step on the ice. So at last she gets off the ice and she lands on the ground. Okay? So if you think about it, here the poet is describing, what is she describing? She's telling us or expressing how she feels about the cold wind and the ice, and how she enjoys winter, and how she enjoys the frozen, when like she enjoys the ice. Okay, let's see the questions. It says, what was the setting of the poem? Okay, what was the setting of the poem? The word setting means the place. Where is she? Okay, 1 second, please. Okay, so it says here, what was the setting of the poem? The setting means what is the place where the poet, Annie, what is the place of where the poet is describing? Okay, so as you go back and you see, if you want to go back and see, okay, where is she? It says the first skate. Where is she skating? In a frozen pond. Okay, so the girl went to skate at a pond that is frozen now. She went to skate in a frozen pond. So the setting would be a frozen pond. Okay, what did the girl do? What did the girl do? Okay, if you guys forget, you can go back to the poem and reread it. But here the whole poem is about the girl skating in the frozen pond. Okay, and what is the theme of the pond? What is the theme of the poem? I'm sorry. Okay, so we said here the setting is the frozen pond in winter. What did the girl do? The girl is skating. She puts on her skates and she goes to skate in the frozen pond. What is the theme of the poem? Remember the word theme? We took it before when we read the story about the beetle. Okay, and we said that the word theme means the message. What is the message of the poem? What is the poet trying to tell us? The poet is trying to tell us that she enjoys or has fun skating in the frozen pond. Okay, so the theme is the message that the poem or the story is giving us. Okay, what is the story about? Is about a girl who enjoys skating in the frozen pond. So what does that mean? Does she enjoy it or she doesn't? Yes, she enjoys skating in the frozen pond. Okay, so remember, the setting is the place of the poem. Here it talks about what the girl's doing, and theme is the message. Okay, here are the answers. It says, what was the setting of the poem? The setting of the poem was the frozen pond. Okay, in winter, the frozen pond in winter. Why? Because in summer it melts and becomes water again inside the pond. So the theme is the frozen pond in winter. What did the girl do? She puts on her skates and skates on the pond. What is the theme? The theme is that the girl enjoys or likes to skate on the frozen pond. All right? And that was it for today.